My earliest memory of a hamburger is about KFC, which is 2 round buns with fried chicken in the middle. Later on, after I came to the United States, I learned that only these with beef patties in the middle were hamburgers, and if it was fried chicken in the middle, it was usually called a sandwich or at most a chicken burger. But it was probably one of the first foreign fast foods to enter the Chinese market, and we all thought it was a very new thing, along with the word junk food back in the 90s. Not long after that, McDonald's came along. That time I was in elementary school, maybe earlier in kindergarten. I don't remember exactly. My peers and I loved them. They were delicious, tasted new, and were filled with delightful combinations of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. They are convenient. I like to eat them by hand. Also immediate, I can feel the temperature of the food and I can watch TV at the same time. And the best part is that they would give a lot of toys. Near my home there is a McDonald's and a KFC right next to each other with small light orange tiles. And inside the store there was a smell of cleaner, sometimes mixed with the smell of burgers or fries. I don't know what that cleaner is, but afterwards I would occasionally smell it, and then I would remember the environment of eating burgers. Another special smell is their color. It's hard to describe. McDonald's color minus normal color is that smell. There was an underground space in that McDonald's where the restroom floor is, and to get there you need to go through a staircase that goes down, and the staircase is very wide and long, with mirrors on both sides, and it looks infinite. The underground space was often unoccupied, and sometimes I would go there to play, and once I fell asleep there. In these days, I would often go there for birthday parties, and they will give me many toys that were not normally thin and belonged specifically to birthday parties. That time I was very much into the Big Mac because I thought it was so big and I couldn't get a good grip on it with both hands. And then, as I was getting older, the Big Mac became smaller and smaller. In middle school, I most of the time with my classmates would also often go after school and steal some time there outside of classes and homework before going home for dinner. Sometimes when I was traveling in some remote city and had a bad stomach, I would go to KFC or McDonald's since they open everywhere and were the same as the ones next to my home. In only McDonald's and KFC over the years, they came out with many new products, especially KFC. I have tried almost all. Then came Burger King and many smaller burger places. High gluten flour. McDonald's and KFC became more and more like a symbolic location, as smooth and precise as its icon appears on the map. Powdered sugar. Like it was just a neutral and universal location, like a traffic light at an intersection. Salt. Milk. Yeast. Egg. Mixing. Kneading. Water. Kneading. Butter. Kneading. Proofing. At age 17, I weighed nearly 280 pounds. Dividing, I began to lose weight, and for the next long while, I really went back to burgers and no longer knew what new products they had out. I only started eating burgers again during the prep period for art school exams, which was a very busy time in Beijing, and burgers were always a pleasing bottom line option. Stirring. Thought. Brushing. Sesame. Preheating. Baking. Bounce. Onion. Lettuce. Tomato. Pickle. In these days, there were very few places near my place that were open 24 hours, except for McDonald's. Sometimes I would stay late with my friends, sometimes all night, and there were always homeless people who spent the night in McDonald's as well. Butter. Mushroom. Seasoning. Butter. Sometimes I don't know if I like burgers because they are really tasty, even if I do have a great fondness for meat, protein, and fat, or if I'm so familiar with the taste that it has instead become something with solidity over the time I grown up with. Onion. Seasoning. dividing. And many of the flavors I have eaten have changed or disappeared. It seems to have a chronological continuity in my memory. I still eat the same burger as I did in the past, even though the whole environment I live in has changed sharply and fragmented in the past 20 years. Shaping. It's kind of like the term mom's taste, which describes a continuity of taste from the past to the present. This continuum still exists even after I arrived in the United States, like when I first got off the plane in Chicago. The first bite of food I ate was a Big Mac. Frying. Garlic. Cheddar cheese. Dividing. Mustard. But to be honest, I think the American McDonald's is a little better, while my partner thinks the Chinese one is more to her liking. Ketchup. Burger King is almost the same in taste compared to China, like Shake Shack or Five Guys in Beijing, although they recently opened a store. I never went to eat them. Instead, I just had them for the first time in Chicago, and I think they were good. Mayo. Onion. Mushroom. Patty. Tomato. Lettuce. pickle. I'm going to do a project about burgers, and then I said this.